Knowledge comes with a cost.
5 words that change everything. Jane was not killed by a monster. He was eliminated in broad daylight. We know that he's not just a villain, he's the game master, the writer, and he just broke his own rules to eliminate the one man who helped find the answers. We're explaining why Jade and Tabitha's reincarnation makes them the most dangerous players on the story, why Julie's new powers painted a target on her back, and what's coming in season 4. The story is not about escaping anymore. It's about winning, about rewriting it. And now we have 3 pieces of evidence that prove that the man in yellow is a writer. First, the method. He didn't use monsters. He didn't wait for nightfall. He woke up in daylight, used a phone back in season 1 to deliver his message, and then eliminated Jim, a conscious, intelligent entity operating outside the system. Second, the timing. Jim dies immediately after the Bottle Tree melody unlocks Jade and Tabitha past lives, the biggest breakthrough in decades. But progress equals punishment. Third, the message. Knowledge comes with a cost, not a scream, a warning. This entity will eliminate the characters to enforce boundaries. He was in the background, hidden, right after Tabitha escaped through the faraway tree and then is pushed in the lighthouse. Within days, she was pulled back in. The game master or the story writer personally retrieved a missing player. The story cannot function if someone changes it. The monsters were never the real threat. They were guards, enforcers, obstacles. The man in yellow built the maze, and he stepped onto the board because his players are finally learning how to win. They're learning how to see the story. For 3 seasons, From operated on this brutal logic: stay inside behind a talisman and you're safe. The man in yellow shattered that completely. Why? Because now he's in broad daylight. He doesn't follow the same rules. He rewrite them. While the monsters are blocked, only showing up at night, stopped by the talisman, operating on patterns. He's the opposite. As we know, he uses technology, communicates, he thinks, he plans. The monsters are the storm, and he's the one who controls it. He controls the story, or he managed the game. Every time the residents get too close to answers, he intervenes. Jim builds a radio and contacts the outside world. The house collapses. They unlock the melody and remember past lives. The man in yellow personally appears to eliminate the player who discovered the breakthrough. He's not hunting them. He's managing their experience. The dungeon master who punished players for looking at the rulebook. The monsters were a test of power. The man in yellow is a test of will. Now in season 4, every strategy the residents develop, every talisman, every routine, every rule is now suddenly worthless. And my theory for season 4 is going to be a direct war against the conscious intelligence, waiting for the moment to crush any hope of escape even further. The residents are not trapped in a haunted town. They're trapped in his game. And the game master just announced his presence. But this is not the first time he's played this game. Jade and Tabitha are not new players. They are recycled ones, brought back to repeat a cycle they already failed. Jade is Christopher. Tabitha is Miranda. Jade possession was never just because. It was memory. Christopher madness going into Jade's mind, pulling him towards the same tunnels, the same symbol, the same mistake. And my theory for him in season 4 is that he's going to remember what Christopher did even further. Remember doing the first event. That guilt is going to transform him from the arrogant outsider now into the town's most haunted soul. What I'm thinking is that the question is not whether Jade will find answers. It's whether he survives remembering his own sins. Not only Christopher but other versions. And Tabitha's visions of the children, her desperate need to save them, the echo of Miranda's original mission, where Miranda failed and died trying to escape through the faraway tree. Tabitha succeeded, she made it out, but was brought back in. Now Tabitha is both Miranda, but other version of herself. So who's gonna be Tabitha at the end of the day? And that's a question that I see with Jade and Tabitha.
She was our daughter.
So the story is rigged. They're fighting to fix the failures of their past lives, clueless partners in a cosmic do-over. Their connection won't be romance if the writers decide not to go that route. So it's going to be a tense, desperate partnership between 2 souls haunted by their original sins. They're the only 2 who understand the game's true nature, something that's going to be explored in season 4. And I cannot wait to see this. But there's one player even more vulnerable, one who just developed a power the man in yellow cannot control, and that is Julie. If Jade and Tabitha recycle players following a decades-old story, Julie's the one thing the game master never planned for, or did he?
What are you doing? Don't you recognize me?
But Julie is not a glitch. Her ability to story walk makes her the most powerful and most vulnerable person in From. When Julie blacked out on the ruins, she was there, physically present in the tunnels, hearing her mother's voices, witnessing the past in real time, time travel, or in a way her soul went into the past. Now she has direct access to the town's entire history and events, while Jade slowly remembers what Christopher knew, and that was gonna piece together Miranda's mission. Julie can just see it, witness the original events, even see every secret, and now the man in yellow knows it, which is why maybe she has that injury in her face. And now the horror of Jim's death is that he died in front of Julie, a calculated, brutal demonstration meant to hurt the one person who has the greatest threat to his control. The message is clear. I see you. I know what you can do. And this is what happens to people who try to use it. I mean, this is my understanding of it. But Julie's power comes with a cost more dangerous. Every story walk opens a door. Imagine what it can do to someone actively traveling through the town's memories. Julie is not just observing. She's physically there. Season 4 is going to push Julie into an impossible choice. Stop using her powers, stay blind, stay safe, or keep searching, find secrets that could save everyone. That's the cost of knowledge. But Season 4 relationships are no longer simple. Not alliances or family bonds, a tangled, agonizing web of love and duty between two lifetimes. Tabitha trapped at the center. This is not a love triangle, it's a tragedy triangle. Jim, the anchor to her identity as Tabitha, the mother, the wife, the woman trying to hold her family together. His death is the biggest pain explored in Season 4. The entity uses the faces of the dead to manipulate and break. Every time Tabitha is gonna see him in a dream or a vision, she's going to be asking the soul-crushing question, is this really Jim's spirit or the monster? We also have Henry, Victor's father, Miranda's husband. As we know, Tabitha was Miranda, like the soul. They look at Tabitha and see his wife, the woman he lost 40 years ago, the woman who died trying to save everyone. Tabitha feels something impossible, the echo of a loved one she never experienced. She is his wife, but she isn't. She carries Miranda's mission. But she's Tabitha, but also Miranda, but also other versions. Their bond is going to be shared in grief. Imagine Victor knowing that Tabitha is now Miranda, like the soul. That's going to be so cool. But we also have Jade. Their connection isn't gonna be romantic. It's something far more complicated because Jade was Christopher. So what's gonna happen with Jade now? Tabitha is the only person who was there with Christopher. The only person who can understand what happened. Jade and Tabitha, like the first version, they were soulmates and they were together. So that's so funny as well. Two people chained together by a destiny they're forced to repeat over and over again. Tabitha's now going to experience the love for her Jim, duty to Henry, and a version of her past self, as well as the partnership with the reincarnation of Jade. And this is the reason I cannot wait for Season 4. So what I would love to see Season 4. Number 1 is Jade will remember causing the first massacre, so he's gonna have more memories of that event. He's going to remember being Christopher. Maybe we're gonna have a flashback to that moment with Miranda. That's gonna be as well cool. In a past life as well, he was other versions, so maybe they're gonna explore this further. Now Tabitha is gonna be experiencing something completely new. As we know, she was Miranda, like she's Miranda, like the soul, and she's the mother of Victor, so that's going to be explored in a beautiful way. And how this is going to be explored for everyone. So we know that the man in yellow has a weakness. If they discover the answers, they can discover a way to stop all of this. So we can see Season 4. It's not about surviving the game. It's about finding the weakness, the escape to the story. And now that he stepped onto the board, this means vulnerability. This means that we're gonna see him in Season 4 even more. And maybe we're gonna see who he really is. So I cannot wait to see that. So From is not a prison designed to keep people in. It's a quarantine designed to keep something from getting out. We also know that there's gonna be another character coming to Season 4, so that's going to be explored. And what's gonna happen with Elgin and his eye, and how the town is gonna react to this. This is a lot of my theories for Season 4, and some of the events and predictions. So when we can expect Season 4? Well, a lot of the rumors say early 2026, maybe in April or May. Hopefully sooner than that. So Season 4 is not going to be about escaping. It's about containment breach. The residents are about to discover that leaving From might be the worst thing they could possibly do. So if you want more From breakdowns, theories, and predictions as Season 4 drops, subscribe. We're covering every episode.